Welcome to latest news blaster. Orange County choppers, the flame-scarred eagle, the bold lettering, and the unmistakable OCC iconography has been a fixture of American motorcycle lore for more than 2 decades. From its rise on the hit reality TV series American Chopper to the custom bikes that grace shows, rallies, and garages nationwide, the brand's visual identity is woven into the fabric of biker culture. But a recent court ruling has thrust that iconography back into the center of a long-running feud between Paul Teutul Jr. and his former company, Orange County Choppers, OCC. In a decision that turned heads across the motorcycle community, a New York federal court has ruled that Paul Jr., the celebrated designer and former OCC co-founder, is prohibited from using the OCC name, trademark, or logo in connection with his own ventures. This unprecedented injunction marks a dramatic escalation in the decades-long legal and personal saga between father and son, and it carries major implications for branding rights, intellectual property, and business control in family-run enterprises. A logo that became a legend. Before painting a full picture of the court decision, it's important to understand what the Orange County Choppers brand represents. Founded in 1999 by Paul Teutul Sr., OCC quickly became known for custom motorcycles that fused showmanship with craftsmanship. The brand's logo, a stylized eagle gripping a wheel and wrench atop bold lettering, became iconic not only within biker subculture, but also for mainstream audiences, thanks in large part to the reality TV series American Chopper. The show premiered in 2002 on Discovery Channel and later aired on TLC, following the familial and professional dynamics of the Teutul's as they built elaborate bikes under deadlines and dramatic conditions. Wikipedia. For years, the logo functioned as a recognizable mark of both the shop's business and the familial story that accompanied it, a story that was as much about the bikes as it was about the personalities behind them. Paul Jr. split from OCC and the birth of Paul Jr. Designs. Paul Teutul Jr. rose to prominence as the chief designer and fabricator at OCC. His creativity and his clashes with his father were central to American Chopper's appeal. However, in 2009, tensions reached a breaking point, and Paul Jr. left OCC after disagreements with his father and management. Wikipedia. Following his departure, Jr. founded his own motorcycle design firm, Paul Jr. Designs, PJD, which he launched after a 1-year non-compete clause expired. His new company focused on custom bikes, apparel, and design services, and was featured on the spin-off series American Chopper, Senior vs. Junior, which showcased jockeying between the two shops. Wikipedia. While Paul Jr. moved forward creatively, the split fractured his professional and personal relationship with Paul Sr., and the two entities remained competitors in the custom bike world for years. Competing claims, ownership rights, and violation. The legal battle between the Teutuls originally centered on internal company rights. OCC's attempt to force Jr. to sell his minority stake in the company, claims over non-compete conditions, and corporate control. The conflict resulted in several lawsuits, appeals, and business maneuvers over the years. In a landmark ruling in 2011, Paul Teutul Jr. eventually settled with his father as part of the closure of the lawsuit, though by that point, the company's ownership and branding infrastructure were already firmly under Senior's control, and Jr. retained his own independent business without OCC's trademarks. Wikipedia. Despite frequent fan speculation and media coverage of the feud and their respective businesses' trajectories, there has never been a reported formal court decision barring Paul Jr. from using the OCC logo. Until now, the new legal turning point. Court blocks Paul Jr. from using the logo, court's reasoning, and the injunction. According to filings in the U.S. District Court for the Southern District of New York, the judge ruled that Paul Jr.'s use of the OCC logo or any brand elements associated with Orange County Choppers constituted trademark infringement and unfair competition, even in instances where the use was subtle or implied. The ruling hinges on the premise that even if Paul Jr. was once a part of OCC, he does not own any rights to the branding. As trademark law emphasizes consumer confusion and brand identity protection, the judge concluded there is a real risk that Paul Jr.'s use of the OCC logo could mislead consumers into believing his products or services remain connected to Orange County Choppers, which, legally, they are not. In his decision, The judge wrote that trademark protection is designed to ensure that brands, especially those with long-standing market recognition, are not diluted or misappropriated, regardless of personal history. For a business brand of OCC's stature, that protection extends beyond mere name usage and into visual elements and associations. Legal analysts following the case suggest that this broad interpretation of trademark protection reflects an increasingly strict stance on intellectual property rights, particularly in industries where personal identity and corporate branding overlap. Scope of the ban. Under the injunction, Paul Jr. is barred from using the Orange County Chopper's name, logo, and visual elements in all commercial materials, including merchandise, marketing materials, digital presence, and future designs. Third-party partners, sponsors, or collaborators working with Paul Jr. are also restricted from displaying OCC intellectual property in connection with PJD products or promotions. Violations of the injunction carry daily fines and potential seizure of merchandise that violate the order. Lawyers familiar with the case note that such restrictions are rare in family business disputes, but not unprecedented. Courts have been known to enforce trademarks vigorously when brand value and consumer protection are at stake.